Hi friends, Miss Kristi here, and I am so excited to be together again cooking in the kitchen. Today we are learning how to make a potato chip dip. This dip uses just 5 ingredients and it's no bake, so it only takes a few minutes to put together. We're gonna have fun making this together today, and I'm so glad you're here.
All is calm and all is bright tonight.
Now, the first step to cooking and working in the kitchen is to wash our hands. While I wash my hands with soap and warm water for at least 20 seconds, let's go over the ingredients and supplies that you'll need to gather to cook along today. The ingredients you'll need are 4 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of milk, half a tablespoon of Italian seasonings, 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, and your favorite chips to dip. The supplies you'll need are a small mixing bowl, 1 tablespoon, half a tablespoon, 1/4 teaspoon, a whisk, and a spoon. Okay, great. Your hands are clean and my hands are clean. We've gathered our ingredients and supplies, so let's get started making our potato chip dip. This is just a fun, quick recipe that you can use to dunk your favorite chip into, so let's do this. First thing you want to do is grab your small mixing bowl, and mine is pretty small. We're only using 4 ounces of cream cheese, so it doesn't have to be too big. So just like a regular bowl, a cereal bowl, a small mixing bowl. You're gonna put that right in front of you, and then you wanna grab your spoon, because we're gonna mix this up a little bit, and your cream cheese. So we need 4 ounces of cream cheese. So if you were to get a box like this and your cream cheese came in a box, usually that's 8 ounces. So you would just cut it right in half because we only need half of it. We only need 4 ounces of cream cheese. So that's what I have here, and I'm just gonna pop it in. And now I wanted to mention, we need this to be room temperature cream cheese, because if you take it right out of the fridge, it's gonna be too hard to mix. So you can either take it out and set it on your counter for a few minutes, or if you wanna pop it in the microwave for about 15 seconds, we just need it to soften up a bit so that it's easier to mix up. So put your 4 ounces of cream cheese right into your mixing bowl. And I'm actually just gonna use my spoon and mix this up just a little bit before we add the milk, just to give it, to get ready a little bit. So take your spoon and give it a little mix. It's gonna be pretty thick because all it is cream cheese. Sorry if it's loud. All right, so once that's just mixed up a little bit, you can go ahead and grab your milk and your 1 tablespoon. So this is the one that says 1 TBSP. It's the biggest one like this that we're using today. And we need 2 tablespoons of milk right into our cream cheese. And I'm just using regular cow's milk. You could use a almond milk or a soy milk. If you use almond milk, it might change the flavor a little bit, but give it a try. Try different things and see what you like. So here's 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. And you can put your tablespoon to the side. That's all we needed that for. And then you can set your milk to the side. We are done with both of those. And now you have an option. You can use your whisk. So if you grab your whisk and you can mix this together, or if you find that your whisk might be too big for the bowl that you're using, you could always use your spoon too. Basically, we need to get this incorporated. So we need to mix our milk and our cream cheese together to thin this out a little bit, to make it more of a dip that we can dunk chips into and not just a chunk of cream cheese. So all I'm doing is taking my whisk. So if your whisk fits in your bowl, that's gonna make it a little bit easier for you. If not, use your spoon. We're gonna use our spoon again in a minute to mix our seasonings in, but this just whips it up a bit more. It makes it more of a dip-like consistency. So I'm just mixing that together. And once you feel like it's mixed together and you don't really see milk anymore and it's all a creamy mixture, you can put your whisk aside. That's all we needed that for. If you use your spoon, just keep your spoon next to you. We're gonna use that in a minute. And now all we have to do is add our seasoning. So this only has 5 ingredients. It's super quick. grab your Italian seasonings and your half a tablespoon. We need a half a tablespoon of Italian seasonings. So what I'm gonna do is take my Italian seasonings and sprinkle that right on top. And I'm not gonna mix it just yet. I'm just gonna get all of the seasonings in here first. You can put your Italian seasoning to the side. We're done with that. And you can put your half a tablespoon away. We no longer need that. And now you're gonna grab your garlic powder and your 1/4 teaspoon. So this is the last one we have like this today. It's the smallest one. It says 1/4 TSP. And we need 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder right into here. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top. We will mix this all up, but I still like to sprinkle it all around so you don't just get one big chunk in the middle. Keep your 1/4 teaspoon next to you. We are gonna use that next. You can put your garlic powder away. And now you're gonna grab your onion powder and we're gonna do the same thing, 1/4 teaspoon. This is the same one I just used. It says 1/4 TSP, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Sprinkle it right on top. Now you can put this to the side. We are done with that. You can set your onion powder to the side. We're done with that. And now you're gonna grab your spoon, the same spoon we used earlier, and all we have to do now is mix this together. So the goal is to get this so all of the seasonings are mixed throughout. We don't want any big chunks. You should be able to see it throughout all of your white cream cheese. We really just want to give this a mix. You could use your whisk again if you really wanted to. I just find a spoon is easier for this part. Sometimes in the whisk, your cream cheese will get stuck in there, and a spoon just lets you have a bit more control. So all I'm doing is scraping down the sides and really giving this a good mix for about 30 seconds, just so when we take a bite with our chip, we don't end up with any big chunks of seasoning. We want it all throughout. Like you can see, it helped to have room temperature or softened cream cheese if you needed to pop it in the microwave before we started. Because if you do this with cream cheese right out of the refrigerator, it's going to be hard to stir. But, sorry, loud, tap off your spoon. We want as much dip into our bowl as possible. You can set your spoon to the side because we're done, that's it. So this was just a really quick potato chip dip. We used those 5 ingredients that we mixed into a bowl. There was no baking, so we didn't need our oven or our microwave this week. And now we have this great dip that you can dunk your favorite chip into. And it was super quick, it only took a couple minutes. So I do hope you try and make it or try and make it again. And when you do, let me know how it goes. I love getting to hear from you. You can leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. You can even send me a picture of how your potato chip dip turned out. I'd love to get to see your creation and maybe we can share it next week. Now, speaking of next week, on next week's episode, which is episode 58, we are learning how to make vanilla Ritz cookies. These cookies use just 3 ingredients. We only need our microwave to melt the chocolate, and we will make 5 cookies. In order to cook along and make vanilla Ritz cookies, these are the ingredients that you'll need to have in your kitchen for next week. 10 Ritz crackers, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and 2 tablespoons of white chocolate chips. Well, friends, our time together today is almost over. I do hope you've enjoyed learning how to make our quick and easy potato chip dip. I know I had fun, and I already can't wait to cook together again next time. But before you say goodbye to this episode, make sure to click subscribe if you haven't already. You just have to click the little picture of me in the corner. That way you don't miss next week's episode. It'll be out on Friday. And I'll see you then. Bye, friends. It's time to eat.